I almost got killed by an armed drunk driver. Going through this subreddit made me remember a time I was so close to being killed by an armed drunk driver back in 2020. Somehow so much has gone on in my life that I almost completely forgot it happened. In 2020, I was still living with my parents back in Texas, and during the whole COVID era, we didn't have many things we could do for fun. However, to change things up a bit, my parents proposed that we camp out in our backyard together. I was completely up for the idea and loved camping. Up until dinner we were all really set on camping outside, but then my sister spoke up and said she felt sick and didn't want to sleep outside, so we all ended up staying inside and going to sleep around 11 p.m. The place we were about to camp in was to the left of our house in this weird area of our yard that lined up with a kind of T-section of the road. Occasionally we've heard kids late at night speeding through the neighborhood, but never thought it would affect us other than making us lose some sleep from the sound. At around 12:30, the sound of a car swerving and a sickening crack woke me up. I didn't really know what to think of it, and in my groggy state just chalked it up to be another one of the loud kids driving their cars. A few minutes later though, my parents yelled feverishly for me and my sister to come downstairs. Knowing that they rarely used that tone, I sprinted downstairs, my sister at my heels, and we came to my parents, who were on the phone with the police and were on the porch looking at a surreal scene below, a car that had plowed through our fence in the same exact place we were planning on camping. The man in the car turned on his light for some reason, and I finally saw the person who absolutely demolished half of our yard in our fence with his car. He was skinny with dark hair and looked to be in his 20s. I remember my dad saying not to say anything to him as he and my mom tried to get information from him gently, calling to him from the porch above him. He finally acknowledged our existence after a bit and got out of his car, and started staggering in our direction, yelling unintelligible things drunkenly. Luckily, before anything could happen, the police hopped out of their car and sat him down to just speak to him, since he wasn't being openly violent yet, just completely drunk. While one police officer was talking to the man, the other searched his car and found a loaded gun in the passenger seat. I didn't know about the gun until the morning when my parents told me that the police talked to them after I went back to bed. Me and my family could have been plowed over by that car that I later learned was going over 90 miles per hour. I could have been shot if he saw us as a threat. So, X, let's please not meet, though I really want to know what happened to you because I can't find reports online from the incident.